All right, what's going on, everybody? Man, today's a nice day. There wasn't really a lot going on today, and so I feel good. So I thought I'd chop it up with the family. Maybe I'm gonna do some reading today, work on some odds and ends. Maybe work on my taxes. It'll be tax time in another month. So I want to talk about here, and I told y'all I'd double back on this. Irvo Otieno. That is the young man, 28-year-old man that was deemed mentally ill. The guy that pretty much they got killed by the police, okay, and healthcare workers. And the tape was out. I believe that part of it was doctored to try to soften it up, okay. Of 10 people now are being charged, and they have the tape. But I just think it's one of the things you just can't help but to notice it, that there were already some officers on this guy, 4 or 5 of them, and then some other guys came in. Okay, some health workers came. I don't know if they sedated that dude or what. Okay, but this dude was just found motionless after it took an attempt for 10 people to pin this guy down. Okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe it was arguments from the police that he assaulted them twice. Okay, but I'm just thinking, does it take that many people to restrain one guy? Okay, plus hospital workers. I saw the tape. If it took four large police officers already had them pinned down, then why did those other people come in? What did they need to come in for? For what reason? Why? All right. Again, this guy was pretty much doggone uh, heckled and murdered. Now I don't want to take sides here because I said when I did that video last week, like what 5 days ago, uh, bringing up this topic, there was a call about a burglary, and the cops came and identified him, and somebody identified him as a mental health patient. Okay. Now I was wondering, is this guy targeted? Did they try to? I'm just asking the question. Okay. Maybe it's one of the tactics where they tried to bring him into a mental health facility to take him out, other than the jail. Okay. Because I don't know, but it seemed like there's like twisted stories about twists and turns in this story. But I do know one thing, y'all. Okay, even as I'm telling you, for somebody that had PTSD for 15 years, somebody that I went through group counseling, individual counseling, of all sorts. Okay, so I even use YouTube myself as a way to try to channel my anxieties and frustrations, into something that you can try to learn from. Although, yes, I'm still learning. Okay, say whatever you want to say. And yes, I'm a work in progress. Um, many mental health people are not dumb. Okay, they're probably just maybe misunderstood, outcasted. But dude, you cannot do no burglary and then try to say it's mental health. Am I saying that that's what he did? No. Okay, but I'm just saying though, as a mental health, if you have a mental that usually deals with maybe something hereditary or some type of traumatic event that you went through. Okay, anxiety. All right, to be able to handle stress and those type of things. Okay, and they have the help that you need to uh, for treatment and so forth. And you need a lot of prayer and you need a lot of scriptures. You might want to do that. Consider that. I highly recommend you do that. all right, to be able to to help you find comfort. But it's not one of the things where, again, where you can commit a burglary and say, well, mental health. I believe that that term is being uh, overused and abused. Okay, where every time that somebody does something, or it's a disagreement, um, somebody gets upset, then it's mental health. Okay, fighting demons, mental health. All right, maybe somebody maybe getting angry about something. Okay, mental health. You see what I'm getting at here, right? So because if a burglary happens and the police get called out, particularly like is one of these neighborhoods where a lot of money is invested in that property, okay, then they're going to probably want to see the police take action. All right, and particularly if there's like a burglary, a robbery, and there's hostages involved, then those are going to be their main focus. All right, and assess everything else later. All right, if that person has a mental problem or whatever else they need to assess. But you see what I'm saying? That's going to be the police main objectives. You cannot buck the police. Again, there was arguments about him assaulting the police. You can't do that. All right. That was very unfortunate thing, and my condolences go out to his family. I mean, it's really a sad thing. I just hope that this is a learning tool, particularly for law enforcement. Okay, that they need to have some type of assessment between jail and a mental health facility. All right, I don't know if they need training or some type of reinforcement so they could better determine if that person needs to either go to a jail, be committed in a mental health facility, or there's something maybe like a suicide watch type thing. All right, in cases like that, if they all right, where they can hold them and do some a due process until they decide what they want to do. Okay, one or the other. So I hope they're able to figure that out, and I hope that viewer, you you have to use discernment when it comes to mental health, because I don't think that that's going to be a viable enough excuse like a burglary or trying to do unless there's something where there's a domestic incident and you and maybe another mental health patient, maybe y'all get into it and that type of thing. Okay, something like that could be maybe considered, but all right. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again. I thank you for your time. Stay tuned for the next video.